Welcome to my channel for the single mom. This is Adrienne Simons, and once again today I want to remind you that you are a powerful creator. So we're doing part 2 of creating a loving and close connection with your children, and last time we spoke about the importance of doing meditation, taking that 20 to 30 minutes out daily to recharge yourself, just like it's important for a cell phone to be recharged in order for it to be able to perform its functions optimally. So I will be following up on that by doing a meditation video to give you an indication or a blueprint on how to spend the time that you are meditating, quality time that you're spending with yourself, and how to use that effectively. Then we moved on to the importance of the thoughts that you are thinking when you are around your children, what thoughts you are bringing home from work. Are you stressed? Are you pressured? And are you bringing that home with you? Because whatever you are thinking about is radiating to your children, they absorb it, and that basically sets the standard of the vibration for your household. In terms of, is it high or low vibrational? Is it energizing your children or depleting your children? High vibrational thoughts will always energize your children. Low vibrational thoughts will always deplete your children and yourself. So we're going to talk today a little bit further about the thoughts that you are thinking. One of the things that is very important to note is when it comes to our children, sometimes we realize this and sometimes we don't, moms, that we are placing expectations on our children. Expectations is an energy that really weighs heavily on relationships. Also when it comes to children and also when it comes to yourself. Instead of placing expectations on your children, which will always lead to disappointment, we want you to place on your children acceptance. Accept them exactly the way they are. If you do not accept your children exactly the way they are, they will feel rejected. They will feel that the way they are is just not good enough. They will feel that you do not approve of them. They will feel that you are disappointed in them. So what are these expectations that we sometimes are aware of and sometimes not aware of that we place on our children? Well, have you ever compared your child or your children to one another? Or have you compared them to other children? Their nieces, their nephews, their cousins, their friends, the children in their class. Maybe your child is not really good at maths and physics. And you think, I worry about them. They don't get good grades at school. What does their career prospects look like? Maybe the one is better than the other or more talented than the other in areas that you value. Does that mean that you expect for the other child to live up to that same standard? I think the important thing to remember is that you are first a soul before you are a physical being. And your children are souls before they are physical beings. And every soul is on their individual path. And what that means is what's good for you is not necessarily good for the other person. Every soul knows what their individual path is. And in order for them to be happy, they have to stay with integrity with regards to that path that they have to follow, even though they don't always know where that path is or how it will unfold. So you have to trust that your child will find their path, and you have to support them in whichever path it is that they choose for themselves. The best thing you can do is to support them even though you don't understand why they may be choosing the path that they are choosing. And when the one child is good in a certain activity and the other one is not, it's just an indication that they're on different paths, and that is okay. So that's very important to remember. Relate to your child as you are a soul relating to another soul. Before they are your child, they are a soul that's on its life's journey, and it's your job to support them by accepting them exactly the way they are, by approving of them exactly the way they are. So what happens if there's a challenge with regards to school or their health or with their friendships in terms of fitting in socially? Well, instead of focusing on the problem, you can focus on the solution by creating thoughts that takes care of the problem. For example, Johnny is not very good at maths. So the thought you want to send to Johnny, in order for you to support him and to recharge him emotionally, to give him emotional strength in an area that he feels weak in, send him thoughts like the following. Johnny, I really appreciate that you are a genius at maths. I appreciate that you always do your best at maths. You are getting such good marks in maths. I am already congratulating you. Keep sending those kind of energetic thoughts to him, and you will see him improving on that subject. Because the opposite of which you're being worried or disapproving of his marks on that subject is going to deplete him and not support him in getting the results that he also so desperately wants for himself. Do not be saying to your child, I love you and I accept you, and your thoughts are not congruent with that. Check yourself. Use your intellect to check your thoughts on what it is with regards to your children. And where it needs to be upgraded, do that accordingly. It is only with complete acceptance, with complete approval, with complete love, with complete compassion and patience will you be able to have that very close relationship with your child, where they will be open with you with regards to any challenges that they are going through, and where if you continue to have that kind of relationship with them, where you are supporting them emotionally and giving them that emotional stability, they will not be having to take a path of taking refuge in addictions with alcohol or smoking or drugs, because you are giving them an environment that feels safe, that feels nurturing, and that they don't have to feel like they must escape from by using things such as drugs or alcohol or any other thing in order to make themselves feel good. No, you are the source of making them feel good, of soothing them. Be that for them, and you will have that close relationship with them. This acceptance and approval that you are giving to your children, remember to give that to yourself also. You want to be the powerful example of unconditional acceptance of yourself, of unconditional approval of yourself, of unconditional love for yourself. You want to demonstrate that to your children. And meditation is going to help you to do that. When you are taking that time out for yourself, it's the time to affirm to yourself, I am love and I love myself. I am approval and I approve of myself. I am a powerful creator. You are a powerful creator because you are the ones creating the thoughts that's creating the life for you and your children. So be very committed to choosing only the highest of vibrational thoughts. And it's very easy to see and feel the difference between high and low vibrations. High vibrational thoughts makes you feel good. makes you feel at ease, makes you feel comfortable. Low vibrational thoughts disturbs your mind, depletes you. And then when any challenging situation arises, you become reactive, and you react in a way that leaves the whole situation in a low vibrational state. And it's best to avoid that by recharging yourself every day, checking your thoughts by using your intellect to see, is it high vibrational or low vibrational? And by doing that throughout the day, you will ensure that you get better and better and better at only creating high vibrational thoughts. But when you have the experience of a low vibrational thought creeping in, realize, oh, that's low vibrational. I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going to create more of the same thought. So when I get that one thought, stop yourself in your tracks, pause, take a deep breath, redirect your thoughts. So your child does something, you feel annoyed, you feel irritated, and your thought is, they are annoying me, they are so irritating. And then your intellect says, they have no power over your thoughts. They are doing a behavior, and your response in terms of your thinking is that they are irritating you. But it's you that are having thoughts of irritation. It is you that's having thoughts of feeling upset. So never give your power away in that situation. Remember, you are the one creating all your thoughts, and that your children do not have any power over you to irritate you, to annoy you. No. They are doing something, and you start thinking thoughts of irritation, you start thinking thoughts of annoyance. And when you do that, you stop yourself and say, I'm going to choose a higher thought. First, let me soothe myself. I'm okay. Everything's okay. I've got this. What can I think that will make me feel better? And think thoughts that make you feel better. And sometimes you need to take out the time. Take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes, and say to your child, I'll be with you in 5 minutes, I'll be with you in 10 minutes. And go to the bathroom, go to your bedroom, go get things right with yourself, and then come back and handle the situation. And the more and more you do it, the better and better you become at it. And very soon you won't even need to take 5 or 10 minutes away. You'll be able to correct it right there and then with a pause, and respond in a way that's graceful and elegant and nurturing, all of those good stuff. So when your child knows beyond doubt that you approve of them, you love them, you accept them unconditionally, that will result in them having trust in you. And when they have trust in you, that goes along with respect. And don't use that against them by saying to them or thinking that if they don't do what you want them to do, that means they don't love you, they don't respect you. Remember, every soul is on its own journey. Someone can love you, someone can respect you, and not necessarily do what you want them to do. What is required in that situation is for you to accept them exactly the way they are. When you accept someone exactly the way they are, it doesn't mean you approve of what they're doing. You can accept them exactly the way they are, and then you can address what you don't like very gracefully, very powerfully, by stating what your preference is, by stating what the instructions are, by disciplining. But it can come from a place of, I accept you exactly the way you are. You are just a 10-year-old and you only have the capabilities of a 10-year-old. You are just a 5-year-old and you only have the capabilities of a 5-year-old. I accept you exactly as you are. and remember to do that for yourself as well. So with this respect and trust that you then build with your children in this nurturing, stable emotional environment that you provide for them, you will definitely have a close, connected relationship with them, and it is something that is beyond words when you're able to have that with them, so that when they are adults, you are still great friends, they become your best friends, you have so much history, you get one another, you have inside jokes, so much humor. It's a wonderful place to be in. I find now that I have that with my children who are now adults. I have a 26-year-old and a 23-year-old, and we have the most amazing relationship. It's playful, it's fun, and it's really worth it to put in that effort of doing a meditation, building your emotional resilience, building your emotional abundance, building your emotional strength. And like I said, I'll be putting out a meditation video so that you have a blueprint of what that meditation, how you spend your time during that meditation. So I just want to say thank you for spending this time with me. And I want to mention once again that in the link below, I have free programs as well as a free meditation that you can request so that you are able to start mastering your mind, show your children how to master their minds, and build for yourself a powerful life that you are creating from a place of abundance and love and joy. We all deserve that, and it's possible to have that. So as I've mentioned before, these programs are free, and by all means make use of requesting them. So you have a great weekend, and thank you so much for your time.